Hello everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap from Monday, September the 21st. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions you may have for me, you can use this email address. This is a link for the free room. It is 100% free. You do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our free room. The room is open Monday to Friday between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I share my screen and I'm live on the mic. In the email you're getting, you'll see a link for my homepage, and in the homepage you'll see how you can take on a subscription. The promo code is there. There's also some other good links for training links, videos, the trade of the week, etc. So, well, first of all, let's take a look at the SPY. So the SPY, this is a big gap down in the SPY. Looking at the Dow right now, we're down about 800. And the market continued down, a little bit of a rally here, but it's starting to fall a little bit. So all sectors under very weak today. There's not one sector that was positive that I could see. Consequently, I found it interesting that in my watch list, now Brew I should discount because I didn't realize Brew is a buyout by Anheuser-Busch. You can see what happened, at the end of Friday, had this big move up, and now it is just sort of sitting right there. So this is a buyout. So this really shouldn't have been on my watch list. I should have read the news. I didn't see the news. So that's why it made the watch list, though, because it had the big move at the end of the day. But the other ones. So look at GNMK, 1414. Remember now, the market's down 800. So this is, this got up to 1463, a little bit of chop. But before it did that, it actually got up to 1450. So from 1414 to 1450, just a great percentage move. PEIX, 726, made it up to 760. I mean, these are great percentage moves. PEIX has just been an absolute monster. Take a look at it on the weekly chart if you're not familiar with this one. I mean, that's about 2.5 months ago maybe. This was an 82-cent stock at 744 now. And then BE, 1788, modest, but it got up to 1812. I'm pointing these out because, with the market down so much, but my watch list was able to pick off some smaller ones that, they didn't care what the rest of the market was doing. Now, I do want to talk about some of the things that we're doing in the room now, looking at these crosses, CLSK for one. So let me see if I can pick that out. And unfortunately, I'm going to be late on this one. I wanted to take this one at 1309, but you can see just as I was starting the video, I saw my price alert and it popped right through. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to take this one right now. But let's take a look at can I see the crosses? Yeah, so what we're kind of focusing on now, on a 2-minute chart, right there you can see that orange line is the 8 EMA and the blue line is the 20 SMA. So when you get a cross, that is signifying a potential short. So actually, I was in this trade 3 times. The first time on a short, I got out flat. The second time, I lost 6 cents. And finally, the third time, and I guess it was on the cross down, I'm missing it somehow, but it was at 1250. And, that actually went all the way down to, from 1250, got all the way down below $11 or $12. I covered some on the way down, and then just before it broke out through 12. So we're sort of focusing now. I used to do this, but Real in the Room, he's kind of brought this back to our attention, these crosses. So when you see a cross, it sets up a potential short. Now, on the cross down, the 8 EMA crossing down through the 20 SMA, and you can put this right on your charts, right on the Trade Ideas charts. And then the reverse is true. You see how this is crossed up? It's hard to see it right there, but that now the 8 EMA has crossed above the 20, giving us the potential long. And boy, did it ever. That was a really good cross for a potential long. So if you come into the room, you're going to see that we're talking a lot about the crosses again. starting off on the 2-minute chart and then working our way down to the 5 and then the 15-minute charts to see where we can get some crosses. So again, you can come into the room and you can see how we're working them. Excuse me. So I want to shut down that chart. I want to get back into the room. But actually, before I do that, I should take a look at Cub. You know, the AI, it was a strange day for the AI because it had 4 shorts that really did nothing, and the one long. Now remember, the market is down 800 points, 866 about 800 as I'm talking. The one long was the big winner. You would have thought that with the market doing what it was doing, that the shorts would have had at least one winner, but not really. But look at Cub. Let me bring in a 15-minute chart, and you can see there was the alert 55.57, and not too bad. I mean, you know, in terms of the chop, I mean, a little bit of a pullback here, but now it's just racing away. And I think it did have some news, and you know that's why it's not really caring what the rest of the market is doing. Now, I typically don't trade the AIs over 20, so I passed up on this one. But I know a lot of people in the room certainly would have taken Cub, and you know, take 100 shares, you're up $400 to $500 on it. All right, everybody, I do want to get back into the room, so I'm going to bring back my capture program. If you have any questions for me, you can use this email address. A link to the free room. I will open the room tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern. I hope to see you then.